Welcome to your yoga practice. Wonderful work showing up for yourself. Today is Wednesday, so we'll do a heart opening practice and also have the option of staying for a little bit of meditation afterwards. Let's go ahead and if you don't already have a blanket, give that to yourself. So if you can find a blanket or a soft pillow, something that we could put under our spine while we kind of warm up with a really gentle reclined back bend. So if you need to grab that, do so. And to begin with, we'll set it aside and we'll just start on our backs, flat on our backs. And some people find it most comfortable to have their legs extended long. Some like to keep the knees bent, feet on the ground. So do what's best for you. And if you do have that blanket or pillow nearby, you might place it over your torso. And if the weight of that feels comforting, leave it. If not, you can kind of breathe with it and explore or just set it aside. And if possible, open your arms out wide. If you can't extend your arms out straight, you could also bend your elbows. And we'll take about 5 slow breaths here. No rush. Imagine letting yourself settle into the ground. As you breathe and practice softening, if you notice any tiredness here, you could open your eyes. One more slow breath. Now let's bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall away from each other, seeing how a reclined Baddha Konasana feels. If the hips don't like it, you can try adjusting the legs, pulling the feet closer to or farther from your hips. You could also just let it go. Couple more breaths here. And from Baddha Konasana, bring your right foot back to the ground and then have the right leg stack on top of the left. So moving into a gentle twist. You might look over your right arm. You might pull your eyes to the right side like you're looking at your right ear. Softening the shoulders, the hips. And come back through neutral. Both feet on the ground, then feet together, knees open out wide. Take a couple breaths in Baddha Konasana, softening what you can. Then we'll plant the left foot and then stack the left leg on top of the right. So come into a gentle twist the other direction. You can rotate your head, looking over your left arm. Maybe try to look towards your left ear, stretching the eyes. And breathe, come back to neutral. Feet on the ground, take just a breath or two here, noticing the spine settling again towards the earth. All right, now if you have a blanket or pillow, we'll roll onto our side to press ourselves up, and then we'll put that under our spine. So for me, I like to put it lengthwise, the folded blanket lengthwise along my spine. Some people, if you have a smaller pillow. You might put it more just under your rib cage. Some people like the blanket perpendicular to their spine. So if you already know what your favorite is, go for it. If you don't know what you like, then just try something, and we'll just be here for about 5 more breaths. So for me, I like my spine on the blanket, but my head hanging off of it. And again, arms outstretched, knees bent or legs long. And see how much you can soften for the next few breaths. You might open the hands out really wide, stretching through them and then letting them go. Imagine breathing into the front of your chest, that area that could be a little puffed up right now. One more breath. Really take your time breathing in. Breathing in through the nose if you can. Keep breathing in. When you feel full, pause and then see if you could sip in a little more, like you're sipping in through a straw. Keep topping off, topping up, filling up all the way. And when you feel totally full, pause for just a second. Imagine feeling that air prana moving around inside of you. And then slow motion, exhale. You could do this through pursed lips. Softening your shoulders. One more slow and steady breath. As you fill up, you can keep topping off, filling up more and more. Letting it go when you're ready. Staying here a moment longer. All right, before we get too sleepy and cozy here, let's let our knees fall to one side, press ourselves up. And you can put your blanket or pillow out of the way. You'll have the option of using that again in your Shavasana. But let's bring our legs back into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees falling away from each other, hands on your ankles, and start flexing your spine. Inhale to press your heart forward, exhale to draw it back. And to start, let's keep our chin level, so really keeping this in the lower parts of the spine. Pressing your heart forward and backwards. And then you can see how it feels to lift your chin and tuck your chin. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, heart back. And come through neutral. See if you can bring your hands to the ground behind you. Soles of the feet can stay together. Puff up your chest and take a few breaths here. Big breath in. Imagine filling up to your collarbones. And let it go. Come through neutral, pause. And then fold forward. Let your spine round, let your head hang heavy. Maybe swaying a little here. Imagine breathing into your back body. Notice if you're feeling sensation in the thighs and hips, or in the low back, in the middle back, upper back, neck, maybe a little bit everywhere, maybe not at all in some of those places. Just noticing what this stretch does for you. One more breath here. Good. Then we'll slowly sit up tall. And let's just start all the way at the top of the mat. So coming into mountain pose. When you get there, bring your feet out a little wider, soften the knees, shake out the arms, bounce a little. Let's take our arms in some circles. So you could do it one at a time, sweeping one arm up and back and then the other, letting your spine twist a bit as you do this. Couple more rounds. All right, and standing at the top of your mat, if you have blocks you like to use, you can set them up waiting for you. Then stand tall, bring the hands to the heart, little bend in your knees. Imagine rooting your feet into the ground a bit more as you inhale, stand up tall, pressing the feet down, lengthen the low back, exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, maybe even pull your arms back, stretching your belly more. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hanging in Uttanasana for a breath. Good. Next inhale, push into the feet, lift halfway, shoulder blades slide together, look ahead. Exhale, fold down, hands touching the blocks or ground. Step your right foot back, drop the right knee, untuck the toes. Press your hips forward and down for a beat. And then push into your left heel to see if you could stack your shoulders over hips. Sweep your arms up and maybe back. If back bending right away makes you feel something you don't like in your low back, you can bring your hands to that area like you're giving yourself a support. You could also interlace your hands and pull your arms back in space, really pulling the shoulder blades together, lifting that upper chest. Another breath. And then on an exhale, see if you can fold forward and down. So if your hands are behind you, you can keep that. If your arms were up in the air, you can sweep them back alongside you. One more breath in this bow. And then hands to the blocks or earth. Step yourself into plank pose, breathing in. Breathing out, downward facing dog. A couple breaths here. So if you want to bend your knees and sway your hips, you can. Maybe try one breath in stillness if you've been moving. Let the head get heavy. Feet, heels kind of dripping down towards the ground. And then on an inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Imagine the spine still lifting up to the sky. Engage your core. Another inhale, shift forward on your toes. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down. Point the toes back. Stretch your arms back. And on an inhale, lift your heart as you stretch your fingertips back. Your feet may lift as you stretch your toes back. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Staying here for 3, 2, one more breath. And on the exhale, lower down. Press yourself up to tabletop. Pause here. Look over your left shoulder, stretching the spine to the left. And then come back to center. Look over your right shoulder, stretching the left side body now. Come back to center. Let's meet in down dog. A couple breaths here. Movement or stillness are both welcome. And when you're ready, let's try a 3-legged dog, lifting the right leg to the sky. Give the ankle a little circle action. Then look forward between your hands. Step or swing the right foot to the top of the mat, whatever it takes to get there. Pivot your left heel down, cartwheel your arms up. We're in Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Standing tall here, heart lifted, arms outstretched. You could rotate your arms, looking for more stretch and sensation through the arms and the heart space. Maybe bend your right leg a little more. Option to inhale, reaching your right arm up and back, staying a couple breaths in this reverse warrior. I like to hook my back arm, left arm, behind my back and imagine that like an anchor helping to lengthen my low back. Breathing here. Check in with your energy. Remember, we're managing our energy. So maybe you've got a little extra. You want to bend that right knee a little more. Maybe you want to pulse, bending deeply into the right leg and then pushing into the right heel to straighten the right leg, finding reverse triangle. Couple more breaths. And then all of us bringing our arms to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the top of the mat, pivoting to face forward. Next, inhale, giant step forward into the right leg. Lift the left leg to the sky, standing splits. And then set your left foot down next to the right, forward fold. Let's bring our hands to our low back. Push your feet into the ground to rise up, lifting up with your heart. Finding a standing back bend, hands at the low back. One more inhale. And come through neutral. Pause for a moment. Just let your arms hang heavy. We just compressed the low back as we found that back bend. Notice how it feels now. Giving it some space. And then we can twist side to side. Standing tall, facing forward. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, hands touching blocks or ground. Step the left foot back. Then drop the left knee, untuck the toes. Explore pressing your hips forward and down. Looking ahead, maybe looking up, so still getting that stretch on the front line of the body. And then push into your right heel to bring your torso upright, shoulders over hips. Stretch the arms up. Reach up as you breathe. And maybe up and back. Or maybe bring your hands to support your low back. Or interlacing the fingers, pulling the arms and knuckles back. Imagine breathing into the front part of your chest and body. And as you exhale, fold forward. If your arms were overhead, sweep them back and down or down and back. If your hands were interlaced, maybe you can keep them there. Tricky balance. You might even look at your right foot and ankle and how it's probably working to help steady you. One more breath here, and then release your hands to the ground. Step yourself back into plank pose for an inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. A few breaths here. If you need a break, you can always give that to yourself. One more breath. And then we'll shift forward to plank pose. Inhale, shift forward on your toes a little more, and then lower all the way down. Point your toes back, stretch your arms back, and breathe as you lift up into Shalabhasana, locust pose. See if you can ride the wave of your breath a few cycles here. And lower down. Hands alongside your chest. Tuck your toes. Let's push ourselves up through tabletop. And look over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Look over your right shoulder. Come back through center. Find down dog. Couple of breaths here. See if you can let your head get really heavy. Push the ground away. Shoulders slide up like that's creating more space too for your ribs to expand on the sides. Big breath in. Take your time. As you're ready, Lift your left leg to the sky, taking a three-legged dog. Look forward between your hands. Step or swing, whatever it takes. Get that left foot to the top of the mat. Pivot your right heel down. Find warrior two on the other side. Breathing in here. Again, we can bring our arms through movements, rotating the arms. Maybe flipping the palms up and imagining you could plug your thumbs in back behind you, so we're opening through the arms and front body. Check in with your energy reserve. Perhaps you bend into your left leg a little bit more. And then let's try reverse warrior, lifting the left arm up. Right arm can hook back behind you or slide lightly down your leg. And breathing, maybe as you're stretching the left side, you might bend into your left knee a little more and then push into your left heel, straightening the left leg, reverse triangle, really stretching up and back. Option to pulse, bending the leg and re-extending it. Another inhale and exhale. Let's all meet in warrior two if you're anywhere else. Take a breath in and exhale. Cartwheel your hands to the top of the mat, framing your left foot. Next inhale, giant step forward, right leg up to the sky, standing splits. And exhale, set your right foot down next to your left. Fold forward. You might bring the feet out a little wider, soften the knees a little more. So we've been doing some back bends, so let's decompress our spine a bit. Let the head hang heavy, let the shoulders and arms get heavy. You might wiggle a little to help them out. And a breath in, and a breath out. Inhale, slowly lift up halfway. Shoulder blades slide together. You could sweep your arms back in space as you look ahead. And then fold forward, bringing your hands to your low back now. Hands on your low back. Inhale, push your feet into the ground, rising all the way up. Use your hands to try to lengthen your low back. Lift your heart as you press your hips forward. Shoulder blades slide together, looking up, standing back bend. One more breath. And let it go. Shake your arms out if needed. And then stand tall. Take a wide stance, so maybe turning, maybe just stepping off of your mat. This time let's make gentle fists, so Mushti Mudra, thumbs folded in, fingers folded over. Bring those fists to your low back as best you can. If you can't reach, you can stand with your hands on your hips. Lengthen the low back, press the hips forward, find a standing back bend from here, big breath in. And then when you exhale, start to fold forward, leading with your heart, folding forward and down, eventually letting your head hang heavy. You can keep your knuckles on your low back and give yourself a gentle little massage, running the knuckles up and down the spine. Then release your hands to the ground. So left hand can be on the ground right under your head. Inhale, lift up halfway, straightening the legs, twisting to the right. Stay for a breath or two. You can stay like this with your legs straight or bend into your right leg, shifting the hips to the right a little. If you bent the right leg, go ahead and straighten it. See how it feels to bend the left. And then we'll come back to center, dropping the right arm, hang heavy. So in our wide leg forward fold, noticing the left side and the right side. And then right hand on the ground, lift up halfway, big breath in, twist to the left, left hand reaching to the sky. Stay here. And then see how it feels to bend your left knee, shifting the hips over a little. Big stretch to your inner thigh muscles, the adductor group. And breathing. If you bent the left leg, go ahead and straighten it. See how it feels to bend the right leg. Keep lifting the left arm up and back. And then straighten the right leg. Release this. Hang heavy a couple breaths. Wide leg forward fold. If you know that your body likes a squat pose, you can move from wide leg forward fold into Malasana, the yogi squat. If you know it doesn't feel good or helpful to you, then you can just stay in a wide leg forward fold. The goal for all of us is to, again, decompress the spine. So if the squat pose works, it's okay if the heels are lifted. It's okay if they're flat on the ground. One's not better than the other. Walk your fingertips forward while dropping your head towards your chest. And although I know it can be supportive to have a block or something under your seat, the idea is to decompress the spine, so we don't want the spine resting on anything here. Give yourself another slow cycle of breath, taking your time, trying to expand the breath into the back body. And as you're ready, find your way to your seat. Let's stretch our legs long and come onto our spine. Then draw your knees in towards your chest. If you have a blanket nearby, a blanket or pillow, you could put your feet on the ground, lift your hips, put that under your sacrum and seat, and then draw the knees in again. Maybe walking the shoulders together, puffing up the chest a bit, and extend your legs up to the sky, circling both ankles. Breathing here. We've got the back of the head pressing into the ground, chin lifted towards the sky, shoulders kind of walking towards each other, so upper arms really pressing into the ground, legs reaching up to the sky. This is like a nice, gentle and supported shoulder stand. If you're in the mood that you want to see about lifting your hips higher, then you can do that. So lifting the hips, catching them with your hands, and seeing how that feels. It is just an option. Can be really beneficial for our thyroid, for our lymphatic system, for all kinds of things. But if any part of you says, this doesn't feel right, maybe your neck doesn't like it, maybe something else, then just lower back down. And then we'll all meet, bringing our feet to the ground, lifting our hips to remove any support that may have been under our seat. And then stretch your legs long. If you would like to take your Shavasana in a supported back bend, you might do that using the blanket or pillow under your chest or spine. And let yourself rest for the next moment. This month we explored brahmacharya, or energy management, right use of energy. We're getting ready to transition into the fifth yama, aparigraha, non-grasping, non-attachment, or letting go. And just noticing if any thoughts, emotions, sensations came up as you considered that energy management and non-grasping. If you have time to stay for meditation, then you can really take your time leaving your Shavasana. If it's time for you to jump off, then thank you so much for being here. For anyone staying for a bit of meditation, we're going to practice a little bit of metta, loving kindness, and mindfulness. So you might come onto your folded blanket or pillow. It's getting a lot of love and use today. And looking around the space that you're in. Imagine if you were looking with eyes of love. And notice what you notice. Maybe there's something in your space that helps you feel love and loving. Notice if there's any resistance, maybe some judgment. And then at parigraha, let's practice letting it go. Not using our energy for critiquing constantly. Look around your space, just another couple breaths. Maybe admiring whatever's here. Maybe you can see out a window and see some nature. Maybe you could see the elements of the space you're in and how they are part of nature. Right. And then let's soften the eyes. And they might remain gently open, or you might go ahead and close them. And notice if you can still sense the space around you. So we just explored it with our eyes. And now, without using the eyes, how can you experience or sense the world around you? Notice what you can hear closest to you. Maybe it's the sound of your own breath, or if you move your hands on your legs, sound of the fabric or skin. And imagine softening your awareness, softening your body, and radiating your awareness out, noticing what else you can hear outside of your immediate proximity. Keep opening up, not reaching out, just opening up. And letting more and more awareness of the space around you come to you. And on your next breath in, as you bring air in, imagine bringing your awareness all the way back in through the nostrils, down, filling up your torso, and letting it go. Notice what your feet and your seat can feel. Notice the area of the low back and belly. Notice the mid back and torso. We're breathing, so things are just moving a bit within their range, noticing now the upper chest and upper spine. No judgments, no critiquing what we find. We're just noticing what's here. And now imagine that you can see yourself just as you are. And let's imagine that we are looking at ourselves through the eyes of our oldest, wisest, kindest self. So that future you, that loving, unbothered future you, looking at you right now, looking with eyes of love. And let's let future us send us some loving kindness. So imagining the wisest, kindest version of you watching you right now, saying, may you be free from pain and suffering. May you feel hopeful. May you be filled with loving kindness. Envisioning yourself through the loving eyes of your future self. Nothing but love coming in. Receiving the wishes. May you be free from pain and suffering. May you be hopeful. May you be filled with loving kindness. Noticing how you feel. And now let's share that loving kindness out. So thinking of someone, human or other species, who's really easy to love. This could be a being who is still with you or one who's passed on. Just so easy to feel love when you think of them. And with those same loving eyes, imagine them in front of you and you're gazing at them. Feeling so much love and peace. Imagine that you could say right into their hearts, may you be free from pain and suffering. May you be hopeful. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be free from pain and suffering. May you be hopeful. May you be filled with loving kindness. now let's imagine spreading this out like a soft blanket. So you might think of your community of friends or your neighbors or your coworkers. Let's think of a group who we could just blanket in this message of kindness. Imagining them, gazing at them with gentle, loving eyes. May they be free of pain and suffering. May they be hopeful. May they be filled with loving kindness. Notice how you're feeling. Any physical sensations, thoughts, or emotions. Just receiving it all as neutral information. And let's notice the crown of the head, the space just above. Imagine a warm, gentle, radiant light shining out in all directions. And imagine it entering through the crown of your head, slowly traveling down to the center of your brain, like a lamp illuminating, and slowly traveling down into the spine, the upper neck, illuminating, shining forward through the throat. And then imagine this light traveling down to the space between the shoulder blades, shining forward like a flower blooming in your rib cage. And this light travels down the spine to the bottom of the rib cage, shining forward. And the light travels down the spine to just above the sacrum, shining forward, filling up your torso. And then this light travels all the way down to the tip of your tailbone, again shining in all directions and rooting you down to the earth. On your next breath in, take your time imagining this light traveling from the tip of your tailbone all the way up the spine. Up the spine to the center of the head, to the crown of the head and above. And breathing out, just let it go. If you'd like to close your time of practice by chanting Om, you can bring your hands together at your heart. Let's imagine this also rising from the base of the spine up. We'll say it like Ah, Ooh, in one line. So big breath in for your vibration. Deep bow of gratitude. Thank you so much for sharing your precious time. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Have a good day.